'Twas the midnight hour. We could talk about the power outages in Gary, Indiana, and why it's given purpose. We could also talk about the law that they're trying to pass, making it illegal for abortions and making it illegal for men to kill women who want to do anything with birth control or um, taking control of their own life. Or better yet, guarding the portal of who comes through this motherfucker. Or we could talk about a number of other things that's going on in the world that's not maybe getting as much attention as it needs to. However, I'm here to talk about Sako and Dalton. You know, Dalton and Sako, we ain't worried, you know. And before I watched the video on Instagram not too long ago, I had just came across a couple of their videos because I've been watching for like maybe 3 weeks now, and I'm emotionally invested. And excuse me, I just saw DJ Highlight or um, whatever the controversy is. I saw him get tied in. Of course, I did a deep dive, whatever. And this man was at their property for the 4th of July with his peoples. And you know what came to mind? I'm like, what's the odds that they was like, we gotta go get our girl? I feel like that's typical black man behavior. When they see a bad, like, for one, let's talk about the fact that most white men, they only go for the baddest black women. You know what I'm saying? The baddest women of color, the baddest indigenous they could find. Trust me, I know. With that being said, when things like that happen, there's usually a collective of brothers that's saying, "Oh no, ain't this some bullshit? We gotta go get our girl," you know. And so they found a way in, and we gotta go see what's going on to make sure everything's all. They went out there to see it, make sure everything's all good, make sure she was good, and I guess she wasn't good. And y'all can deny it all you want to, but given the demeanor and they back and forth, like they were cool at some point, but it was no longer a healthy connection. Which brings me to my next point, what people don't talk about, and I'm not taking sides because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. However, I do know about covert narcissism and the ploy that happens a lot between interracial connections, no matter if it's romantic or platonic, family or otherwise. Like, things get really weird and lines can get blurred easily, especially when it's under the guise of help or love or support, you know. And if you haven't worked on yourself or you haven't identified certain things within that make you aware of codependent situations or unhealthy attachments, you can fall victim to this shit. Okay. So with that being said, before we judge Sako as well, I just want to step in and say, for one, we're just observers. We don't know what's going on. But two, to have an open mind, since we're so invested and we know so much about their lives, you know, sometimes the abuser doesn't come off as the abuser. I mean, there were plenty of signs there, you know, with the excessive love bombing, even though some of it was basically him standing up for her, you know. But to all my mentalists and psychologists and cognitive gifted ones out there, you feel me? I know y'all know what I mean. Spiritual talk, if y'all did a deep dive, if y'all peeped the scene, then you know what I mean. I mean, relationships are hard, but golly, you feel what I'm saying? In this time and age, if we not in divine unions, then the shit is trash, period. And you could take that however you want to. It's not my problem. I just wanted to be able to capitalize and speak my piece on it while I could, because it's unfortunate, you know. You see things like excuse me, I'm recovering, y'all. You see things on the internet, you see things going on in people's lives, and when you in tune enough, you can read the energy, you know. And you know, I feel like both of them were doing us and them a service by being discreet and not talking about it so much, because it could potentially ruin the image of of one of the one of said parties. You know what I'm saying, man? Whatever truth comes out, I just want y'all to be prepared for the unexpected, you know? Like, you may think Sako will be the aggressor, and then Dalton actually turned out to be the manipulative narcissist. Or it could be the other way around, and Sako is doing all the manipulating. But based off of content and how things have been relayed and the energy between them, I say there's something to take note here. Thank you for your time. Peace and tranquility, peace and strength. Have a good night. Mwah.